Hey, welcome to the channel, all about the blues harmonica. So if you haven't already, thumbs up and subscribe. Ear training again today, for people starting out and for people with an awful lot of experience. It will be worth it for a lot of people here. For blues harmonica, but for any instrument, okay? So as you can see, I'm jacked up, ready for business. So follow me into action and all will be revealed after this. Wait a minute, sound control. The key won't fit the door. Hey, wait a minute, sound control. The key won't fit the door. I got a bad feeling. My baby don't live here anymore. They got to hide. Check it out. Okay, feel better after that, because of course blues is designed to make people going, not feeling so good about themselves, helping them get through it, make them feel better, forget all about it for a while they're into the blues. If you've never had that kind of feeling, then of being down and having the blues, then as the great blues people have always said, just keep on living. Okay, you know what I'm saying. Okay, today interval training. Now I've already done one on the fourth interval, the fifth interval, I think the major third, and the flattened third. Now I will do these again on different videos, so keep trawling through and you'll find that I'll keep doing similar things again and again, over and over, when it comes to ear training. But sort of the Here Comes the Bride one, the fourth, and I've covered that before. An easy interval to hear. The fifth, as in last post. So there. That's the fifth. And you've got like an arpeggio. Okay, which I've covered before. So there's a fifth. Those two are fairly easy intervals to hear. And then your flattened third. If I do it in or a different key, yeah, or different keys, all different keys there. So the flattened third. Now, some people call this the blue third, some so-called blues players do. Forget that idea. It all depends what you're playing, okay? Now, I didn't do it when I played the start here. We can side slip in blues as well. We do it in jazz all the time, and this is where we just move a half step away. Actually, in minor blues, people like B.B. King use that idea all the time. Blues players will use that in certain ways, but it's something that you should incorporate on the instrument. But I don't really want to get into that today. I'm just getting into getting you to start hearing intervals. Now today I'm talking about nursery rhymes. Now before you all click off and go and look at some hardened blues guy trying to cut his stuff, this is very important, and I would say the same thing if I was coaching saxophone to a jazz saxophonist who was going through the paces, getting into Coltrane, getting into Bird, Charlie Parker and all that. and I was coaching them on that, I would say the same thing. So it's not just for blues harmonica, it's for everything, okay? Because if you learn to play a nursery rhyme, they're usually in like a major key, most of them. But then, like for example, alright? Forgot what key I was in there. Okay, just moving through the keys. Alright, simple there, first and second. Really messed up 1 second there. Oh dear. Okay, so you have to concentrate, okay? Attention, that's what counts. But for now, you can just play it in the first position. But what I would recommend is, if it depends how you've come to music, but you should look at a major scale and like in key of C, the first position. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So you number the scale. It's the shorthand that we use in music to be able to talk. As blues and jazz players, we talk about this all the time. It's just a shorthand, okay? So hence the flattened third, yeah, is the third note of the scale, dropped by a half step or a semitone. Okay, so we do the, if I go from 2 draw to 3 draw, that's 1 to 3. But if I go 1 to flat 3, major 3, you see? So to actually think like that helps. If you haven't come to it that way, it doesn't matter. I coach people all the time who don't want to see it that way and they want to just be an out-and-out harmonica player. Now, I'm a multi-instrumentalist. I spend most of the time as a jazz saxophonist. I do all my compositions and everything on guitar. I'm slow on piano. Okay, play flute and all the others. I don't cover clarinet because I never started out on that one, so I don't do it. But the range of saxes, I was known as a tenor player, but usually I use guitar for most compositions because I know my way around the guitar very, very well. Piano, I'm slow on it. So if you don't and you just want to be an out-and-out harmonica player, that's absolutely great. What I would advise, I've advised it before, is just get yourself a very small, cheap keyboard, one with a couple of octaves on it, so you can see what's going on, and it will really facilitate you, particularly when you're trying to ear train. So we get a nursery rhyme, like say Pop Goes the Weasel, playing in an easy position like first. See how that blends into that, gives you ideas to start working in different areas. And then we move it into different keys. You'll be familiar with second. That's 12th. So it's 12th, yeah. Third. Third, etc. Yeah, you can do all 12 if you want, but you don't have to do all 12. But what you do is, by practicing the nursery rhyme, you start to recognize the intervals. So you say, that's in first position. I'm just using that little phrase there and then just dropping it into almost a bluesy, jazzy movement. Because what you can do once you become a more experienced blues player, you can get into side slipping and get into doing an awful lot of things within the blues and advanced level, still keeping it together as a blues and making things more sophisticated. Don't have to do that, but it's a really good challenge. It's a really good thing to do. Using these nursery rhymes, it will facilitate you to get the single notes, and it's all about intervals. It's not about having perfect pitch, but it's being able to recognize when you hear something. when you hear something like the first three notes of Three Blind Mice. So in second position, there we're going B, A, G. So 3 draw, 3 do full bend, 2 draw, 3 blow. Or if you're in the first position, then you'd be going, which is starting on E, which is in a C harp, which is so you'd be going E, blow E, then blow D, then blow C. But by playing the nursery rhyme, you fragment it. This will help you starting into getting more in sort of different areas, and it will move out naturally. And these are very important to do, because the ability to hear, we talk about musicians have the ability to hear, and really the ability to hear. Lots of good musicians don't really use their ear at that level, but you can do it just purely by doing this, and by having a small keyboard. As I say, I've played full range of saxes as a jazz player, but obviously I play lots of different instruments. But for me, I know my way around a guitar very, very well, so that's where I would compose from. I'm slow on piano. If you want to be an out-and-out harmonica player, whether you're 11, 12 years old, or whether you're 80, 82 years old, it doesn't matter. The age doesn't matter. You can be an out-and-out player, but the little keyboard thing would help you quite a lot in gaining confidence, and as you start to nail down these notes, and using the idea of a nursery rhyme. The trick is, in music, that you have to switch into different positions. I can play in all 12 keys on this instrument, okay? I probably use about 5 or 6 harps, and then I'll repeat them in different ways depending on what I'm doing. The one crucial thing that you should do is make sure you learn everything with the same layout on the harmonica. Now, you get them all in different keys, but don't go, once you pick what you're going to do, stick with it. You know, a piano is laid out in a certain way, and that's what you spend your life learning. In guitar, yeah, we can have open tunings that we learn for blues, of course we do, as well as standard tuning. You learn those, that's not really detrimental to playing straight, because you'll do it anyway. But certainly with a piano, you wouldn't want it if you played with another piano where the layout was in a different way, because that's just going to mess with your head. You've got enough to think about, knowing where the layout is, so that you can jump into it at any point in time and go from there. All right. So this tip today is all about going back to basics and just going back to playing some simple nursery rhymes off your ear. Hey, almost forgot to give you the interval for the day, didn't I, on the tutorial? So this first position on a C harp I'm using, Pop Goes the Weasel nursery rhyme, starting on 4 below. That's the bit we want. 5 draw, 5 blow, 4 blow. So I can start using this. So I can use that. See how I used it there? Took it through the keys. Now, these things will all develop from nursery rhymes. You just need to do these things a lot. Just build it into your playing time. Don't use the word practice. Not a good vibe that for a mindset, is it? But when you're playing time, and get to enjoy doing these. These are great challenges. And it takes time to learn, but you're on a journey, a wonderful journey. Okay, so go with it, and it will really facilitate you. And then the idea is you pick an arbitrary note as you gain experience. If you can only play in second and third and fourth and first position, that's fine. But move it into one of those positions. All right. I have some techniques for people to do that on coaching, in all instruments, particularly this. But you might find your own way of doing it. But you have to enjoy it. Just like playing, you don't play good blues, you enjoy it, but you have to enjoy musicianship as a whole. It's what you really want to do, okay? And this little thing is absolutely fantastic. Everything is there for you. If you get with the right people, you can go all the way. So, you know, we'll take it from there. So you can get me for lessons on Harpo the Wicks. Thumbs up and subscribe, as I've said. Let's get more people into this little blues harp, this little gem of an instrument, a fantastic bit of kit. And as always, I'll catch you on the rebound.